All right, come on. Let's start this. It's time. No, don't loop the song again. It's time. Come on.
Wow.
There we go.
We're here.
Good. We're back.
We're back. We're
back.
here. We're live in Montreal. We're live in our studio, in our brand new studio. In the studio.
New studio. Who this?
Who
right?
dat?
Who that palette?
That is a palette. That is also a coffee table.
It's got coasters.
You know, you recognize this, but also not a picture frame. That is actually a video screen. We're not going to make use of it today.
Oh, wow.
We literally just got it installed. Streams in the future. We're going to be having a lot of fun with a lot of these.
You could have fooled me. That looks like a picture frame.
Really excited for us to have this as a resource here in our own studio in Montreal, so we can do more stuff here, including videos that you do all the time, interviews, whatever. So yes, hello, welcome. There are a lot of you out there. Thank you for joining us. This is actually our second live stream of the month of May. Earlier, we were at PAX East in Boston, where also a bunch of people showed up in person, which was an incredible delight to meet so many people I only knew as online names, and to ham it up in front of a live audience was pretty fun.
Why is there a black bar down here?
So
What's that about?
Just wanted to say thank you for that.
That's not me, that's
was our
them.
first big live event in a long time.
Well, it's
and
up
y'all
here
showed
too.
up,
They're
so hopefully
going
that
full
means we can do
cinematic
more.
mode.
And the only negative of that event, we were not joined by Dork
Yes.
due to visa issues.
Yeah. It was really sad to be watching from the sidelines, but
What's up,
the
Ghoul?
hype in that room was electric. So, like, even being at home, but just rooting you guys, that was just amazing. So I truly hope that maybe in the future I'll be able to meet you guys in person. But for now, let's get into today's live stream, which we're talking about part 2 of our anniversary live stream with the Dead by Daylight Five
You
Nights
know
at
alive?
Freddy's official live
No,
stream.
honestly, I
And
don't.
Today, especially at PAX, you guys got a little.
Are we getting to
taste
run a show
about
here?
What was coming with this chapter, but now we're going to be talking about the map, the new gameplay, and the anniversary event, which is right around the corner.
We just gave them an app, and now they're getting the full pizza.
Yeah, the new full pizza.
So if you are new to Dead by Daylight, which I suspect some of you are, there are a lot of people here. I'm looking at the wrong camera. Hello, camera 2. If you're new to Dead by Daylight, I just want to quickly explain what's going on today. We're doing our stream, obviously.
I'm not new.
And generally, we try to do these when we have either a release of the full chapter or, as is the case today, a PTB. If you don't know what PTB is, public test.
By the way,
Battle-
Ghoul, whenever you're ready, I'm in the
What it is
live
a test
VC
tool
of
for
my
us on the
server.
development team. Truly,
you wanna
it's
pop in and
it's
watch.
a chance for us to get the
Sometimes
build
play
out
like I'm
early,
new.
find some rough edges,
Yeah.
anything that might not be working.
No comment. I'm not
get
gonna
it, up to,
go
up
further
to gear,
on
up
that.
to snuff for the full release, which is coming on June 17th. So I just wanted to set the stage for you in case you didn't know what PTB is, because we'll mention it a few times. But that is planned to go live as soon as we wrap up the show here today, if we time it perfectly. So stay tuned.
If.
All right, so Five Nights at Freddy's is our most requested chapter of all time. You have wanted this for a long time. FNAF fans have wanted it for a long time. DBD fans have wanted it for a long time. I have wanted it for a long time. Now it's actually happening. So let's not delay any longer.
Long enough.
Show you what's coming in the show today with the run of show.
All right.
So we're going to kick things off with a segment that you've been waiting for. Five Nights at Freddy's.
We're just starting straight up with the gameplay.
Springtrap. And helping us out, we're going to have Jason Guzzo back with us to talk about Springtrap's gameplay, but also the Freddy Fazbear's
The final
map.
Twisted Masquerade.
Yes, and then next I'll be joined on the couch with Justin Banks, who's going to break down this year's anniversary
I'm assuming we're going to see the FNAF collection stuff, and I'm really, really excited for that.
We'll have a new face on the couch, which is going to be Hollis from the product team, who's going to be running through the latest collections that'll be rolling into the fog here in a couple of months. And then after that, Eric and I will be back on the couch to talk about the Dead by Daylight Creator Program, which I know a lot of our content creators out there are at the edge of their seats.
I'm curious about the requirements to be part of that.
Another thing to share with you that is new. Maybe you saw it in your news yesterday in the game. Little spoiler. We're going to be talking about the extremely cool new Dead by Daylight stats tracker that's coming up.
I didn't see that actually.
Stats and
Stat tracker, huh?
Which is really
All right.
Yes, I cannot wait to see how many times I've died. After that, well, obviously, it's wouldn't be a Dead by Daylight live stream without having some Twitch drops. And we're going to have 3 amazing Twitch drops for players to go ahead and redeem on Twitch.
That's the cake from last year, isn't it?
Twitch chat or looking at the
it looks like
QR
it.
code to go ahead and make sure you're linking your behavior account so that you're not missing
These look pretty neat.
It starts today up until June 10th, but maybe, Eric, you want to tell us what we're going to get?
I do, although
I feel like there's
don't know that it matches what's in the image. So we have 3 drops for you, but actually the first drop is a combo. You're going to get blood points as well as a smiling clown badge. Sorry, I don't. What I have written down versus what's in that image are not the same thing. So we're going to learn together what we get. Smiling clown badge, 200,000 blood points bundled together for watching 1 hour. A clown den banner for watching 3 hours, and a pin the tail on the Maurice charm for anyone who accumulates 6 hours of watch time.
Pin the tail on Maurice.
How I miss thee.
I miss him. I have to do my little head pats at the map.
I know. I hope he returns to us soon. Before we dive in, one last thing we did want to mention if you've been around for a few weeks. We're running a charity program at the moment, which I'm so psyched about, tied to
I still need to buy
release,
those Aurela fists just for that.
It has already, well, it's finished, but it has over $200,000.
Oh my God!
And that's before
I kind of forgot to buy them. I'm not gonna lie.
Calculating right now, so. Thank you to everyone who contributed to that charity. It's going to a really great cause, the Saint Justine Foundation here in Montreal, to help kids and their moms. So thank you. We'll announce the final number when we have it from the numbers people, but it is well over $200,000.
The numbers people.
So crazy.
That's a lot.
What do they mean?
Okay, without further ado, let's talk about Five Nights at Freddy's, playing a Springtrap, and bring out our dear friend Jay Guzzo, the killer's designer.
Yes, please. Okay, that was unnecessarily loud. This is his menu theme? What the hell? I mean, it's kind of fitting. Yeah, Oh, great, I can't snooze ads. Dude, why is this so loud? What the hell? They need to work on their audio balancing, man. Okay.
Whoa! I was waiting for Jay to tell us when we're ready, but we're live. See, we told you it's live. You didn't believe us. Okay, so hi, Jay.
Hi.
So from the time that we announced that Five Nights at Freddy's was coming to Dead by Daylight, obviously the excitement has been off the charts for Five Nights at Freddy's fans, for DBD fans, for myself, maybe you, and you know, people are speculating. Who's the killer going to be? Are we going to get a map, et cetera, et cetera? We answered those things in a high-level way at PAX a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Indeed, we will have a killer, Springtrap. For the first time ever, you get to play as Springtrap instead of be terrorized by Springtrap. Well, if you're a survivor, you'll still be terrorized. And also, we'll be bringing in a new map. So Jay has come here to join us. And if you have watched streams before, you would know Jay from such hits as Chucky and also Dracula. Jay is the killer designer on both of those, as well as Springtrap. So how are you doing?
I'm doing great, and I'm excited to be here.
I'm also excited for you to be here, Jay. So let's get into it. So as I mentioned, you worked on some pretty iconic licenses already. So when you were assigned Five Nights at Freddy's, what was it like when you first started working on that chapter?
It was really interesting. I didn't have a lot of experience with it. Excuse me, my throats are a little dry today. I was obviously aware of it. I mean, everybody is. It's become so iconic in such a short period of time. But I'm going to be honest, I didn't really realize how kind of deep the lore and the story went before I started kind of looking into this chapter. So it's been cool.
Yeah, it goes pretty deep, man.
Way more horrifying than I ever thought it would be, to be honest.
Oh yes, despite how cute it is, very horrifying. And actually, I think that's a very initial common ground DBD fans and FNAF fans will have. Deep lore on both games, much more than you'd expect. And once you dig in, it's really cool stuff, and it goes, like you said, it goes places.
Yeah.
So I guess the way you mentioned it, sounds like you had to do a lot of research.
Some weird ass places.
Yeah, for sure. You know, one of my favorite things about doing licenses like this is they give me an excuse, I guess, a reason to become like a real big nerd about one specific franchise or IP. And that's always amazing. You know, Chucky, I got to watch all the movies, and Dracula, we played the games and watched stuff. So this one, I did the same thing. I jumped in. My main thing was YouTube and Twitch, watching streams. I watched 60 to 70 hours of content of some of the more popular streamers, I guess we can say, all through all the games, including the VR stuff and things.
So he watched Markiplier.
Not
That's what he's
just
saying.
to see the games and how they play, but also players, how they react, the community, how they react.
I know Mark's not really a streamer, but like, come on.
Getting the inspiration for the experience of FNAF.
Could have also been Spiff, I guess.
Excuse me.
And I think that's a really special thing. You didn't just tackle it from a mechanics point of view. You wanted to understand the community. You wanted to understand the players, make them feel as welcome in DBD as possible. Dead by Daylight, sorry. No, we're going to be doing this a lot. It's just quicker to use acronyms. So I think that's a great touch.
I love how he's holding a Freddy plush, by the way. That's really funny. That's just staring into the camera.
A surprise to most people, but it was to me. Was, like I said, just how passionate the community is. They're like
passionate's a word you can use.
Similar to DBD in that respect of like very passionate fans and very passionate community.
That's definitely a choice word.
They watch the trailers and they watch gameplay and they pixel peep. And they kind of start stringing things together. And I imagine there's at least a few Five Nights fans with like the boards with pictures and the string all over them.
Yes, which Jay, you're kind of famous for with Dracula. Hand drew some meme-worthy art, so maybe we'll have some more. But yeah, they're probably picking apart our outfits as we speak. Like, what does it mean? I just wanted people to see my cool new mint-colored shoes. That's all.
I just wanted people to see. I don't know if I can show it. My daughter
The Freddy socks.
Freddy Fazbear socks for Christmas.
Got Freddy on the feet. Likewise, my son gave me his Freddy plush for good luck today. So
that's cute.
We are loving it over here. So before we jump into the gameplay, why don't you tell us about how you started to approach the design of Springtrap?
Yeah, it was a really interesting one.
Cool, man. They're just buying time for you to get your way in here.
Games, gameplay-wise, are pretty diametrically opposed.
They haven't started talking about the good shit yet, just for that reason.
Particularly the battery. And try not to get killed. Whereas DBD is all about moving around, doing the gens. If you sit still, you're gonna get yourself
Not a
killed.
good strategy.
It's not a great idea. So it really became about kind of nailing
paid
down
them.
what the quintessential Five Nights at Freddy's experience is. Things like the security office, the battery power,
Literally giving your
all
ass
those
enough
amazing
time to
jump
get here.
scares,
Yes.
and just kind of figuring out how to adapt that into the context of DBD.
Perfect. So with that transition, let's get into Springtrap specifically and his gameplay.
Yeah.
You're out of time.
One of the goals for Springtrap was to figure out how to lean into those jump scares, which are kind of the thing about the Five Nights at Freddy's games, right? Without making him just a straight up stealth killer, which was something we wanted to avoid.
But it's not just
So I
straight
had
up
this idea
stealth.
of
That's
doing
good.
something that we'd never really tried before, where we focus Springtrap kind of as a grab-based killer.
There's always
Because
time.
we have grab and DBD. They are inherently jump scares into themselves.
I'm sorry, did you hear what he just
right there.
said?
So we just kind of leaned into that and
What he said the
gave
last
him
time?
more of those opportunities.
He's gonna be a
There it is right there on
grab-based
screen,
killer?
by the
There he
way.
is, yeah.
I think we even have another one of him
Kaneki?
doing a little bit of a grab.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Huh?
we gave him
These
a pretty
screenshots look
projectile,
fucking
which is really
fantastic.
cool. So
They do.
Springtrap has 2 weapons. I get to finally announce. I know the community have been talking about it. So he has a large pizza knife as his main weapon.
It
and,
is a pizza knife.
a heavy fire axe as his power.
Oh, the fire.
Oh no.
So let's talk about the axe.
He does have
use
an
the
axe for
How's it
power.
different from projectiles that other characters in Dead by Daylight use?
Yeah, so it's a very unique. It's not going to play like any other projectile killer that you've tried before.
Wait, so
we're going
Axe
to
Trap
do
is
something
real?
that, interesting with it. So if you throw the axe and it hits something in the environment, whether it's a missed shot or it's deliberate, it creates an AoE that lasts about 15 seconds.
What?
And if a survivor walks through it, you get
So no?
killer instinct on them for a short period of time.
What?
If you hit a survivor with it, kind of gets lodged in their back while you're chasing.
Kind of have an axe lodged in your back. It's
Just a
no
little
big
bit.
deal.
So they can remove it manually, or they can do it quicker in co-op with another survivor. As Springtrap, you can also retrieve it yourself if you get in close. You can skip kind of the steps of downing the survivor and picking them up. You get in close to a survivor that has the axe embedded in them. You click the button, you grab the axe and the survivor at the same time. You get a cool
That's
little jump
unique.
scare, and then you're carrying them on your shoulder.
It's like Slinger with one less step.
A couple of little notes.
Yeah.
One of them
the
is while you have your projectile available.
Holy
you move at
shit, this
4.4 meters
screenshot.
per
That's in
second.
the Mori
There's a
for
little
sure.
glimpse of some jump scare action.
Look at him.
But once you've thrown
Wait,
the
that's
axe,
just a
you
jump
actually
scare.
move at 4.6
Oh, that's
meters per second. It's something that we've never really
He says
done
jump
basically
scare
for a
action.
killer.
I don't know if that means it's in the
Makes
Mori or
really
something
interesting
else.
Tactical choices.
Maybe something else?
Meaning that
That looks like a Mori
you have to
animation
recall
though.
the axe manually.
It
Because
does.
that's
It never
so
comes back to you
specific.
automatically, unless you throw it out of the map. Because you can make a
This
mistake.
model looks fucking fantastic.
But yeah, as long as it's in the
They did a great job with it.
or in a survivor or
I
whatever it
wasn't
is,
surprised
you
that
have
they
to
did a great job with that. I mean, look
So it
at
lightens
like
his load a
Dracula
little
and
bit, makes him a
Vecna.
bit faster.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
They're probably the best models for
So that
licensed
brings us to
content we've had
another
in this
unique
game.
Part of his gameplay,
Yes.
and I think super iconic.
Kaneki
to
was
Five Nights
good
at
too,
Freddy's,
but
the
like,
security
damn, by
office.
comparison.
So let's get into that.
No, yeah, it's very
Yeah.
detailed.
So it was really important for us to give
Security office,
the
okay.
killer and the survivor a really kind of interesting shared experience.
All right, so
in
this
that
is
space,
the unique mechanic that they're gonna have.
which allowed us to also
Camera,
lean into the
probably?
jump scares. And some of the ways we came up with was to introduce the security office.
Security
Which is
office.
part of any trial that Springtrap is the killer. It's part of his power, but it acts as kind of a transitionary space. So we have 7 doors that appear randomly around the map at chest spawns, and these can be used by survivors or killers to teleport around the map.
Oh, they're teleport
Yeah,
points.
they're blue
Oh.
door.
There it is. And survivors can also use them for
So
surveillance. as a
Springtrap has to
survivor, you interact with
teleport, but
door,
the survivors can also
it brings
use
up
it.
the camera view. You'll get the kind of iconic map view on the
Wait.
bottom right of all the different cameras. On the bottom left, you'll see your battery power, which we'll talk about in a second.
You get
can
to
see what's
select
going
the
on in the other
camera
doors.
to
You can switch
teleport
between
to.
doors.
This is what they're
If you
saying, I
see
think.
something,
Yeah.
if it looks safe on the other end, you press the button. Your character goes into the security office, and then it's kind of like a hands-off, almost like a theme park experience where you see this first-person view going through the office, which is really cool.
Wow.
And one thing you mentioned, again, just in case we have new folks playing, regardless of what map you're playing on, this functionality, the security room will be there as long as Springtrap is the killer in the match.
Yeah, exactly. And as a survivor,
gonna get bugged.
if you happen to see
Well,
Springtrap,
probably.
through a camera, if you train your camera on him for a few seconds, he'll be revealed for a little bit for the whole survivor team.
Nice.
So you get aura if you see him on the
And what
camera.
about if like, what if Springtrap goes in at the same time as a survivor goes in at a different door and they meet?
Yeah, so since they can both use the
Dredge
doors in the security
style?
office,
Yeah.
we wanted to make sure that there was an opportunity for that interaction. So
I
if the
think that's
survivor
maybe where the
moving
jump
through
scare
that
is.
space from one door to the other, and Springtrap, excuse me, chooses one of those two doors, whether the one they're coming from or the one they're going to, he'll interrupt them in the security office for a fun little surprise.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think
love
that's
all
the jump scare
little
mechanic.
That's a jump
touches
scare,
that
yep.
The team has planted in there like that. I think the fans are really
That's pretty
gonna
cool,
love
though.
it. Including this.
I don't know how strong it's gonna be, but that's pretty cool.
Battery is a
Yep.
is part
Depends
of
on whose
this
certain
as well.
perks you
So
can.
how's that work in DBD?
Yeah, so
I was talking
survivors
about the
share a
power.
universal battery. It's shared amongst all of them. It drains a little bit, kind of ticks down per second while you're using the cameras. We didn't want players to just be the man in the chair and just sitting there and telling all their friends. So it drains a little bit using the teleporter to move around the map, takes off a big old chunk in one shot, and then you have to kind of manage that battery as a team. It slowly recharges on its own over time, but you have to kind of manage when and where you're using it. If the battery does run out, the security system,
That's fair,
which
I
is
mean,
kind
like-
of the doors, the cameras, the office, goes into shutdown mode for 45 seconds.
It shuts
but
down for
Springtrap
almost
is
a minute.
Not affected by the battery. So
Oh.
if the survivors have kind of overplayed
Oh,
their hand,
shit.
So the
and they shut
survivors
the
can run out of
security
power
office
for
down,
it, but
they've kind of
Springtrap
given
can
up
still use
their
it.
One,
Okay.
their one bit of power.
I mean, that
This
makes it a little
chapter,
more
and Springtrap
balanced.
Can still use the doors.
It does.
to bounce around and
Oh,
do whatever
dangerous.
it
That would just suck if all of a
Dangerous.
sudden you lost all your mobility.
But what about
Yeah, you would just be in one
disabling
fucking
the
killer
doors?
with an axe.
Yes.
So yeah, so
Yeah,
guess
well,
what I
to
you-
go back to
it's
the
literally
axe,
like a combination
if,
of Huntress and Slinger,
If the killer hits,
but
a
you have to manually
tremor
retrieve
or
it instead
door
of dragging towards
thing,
you.
with
Right.
their axe.
But if you do that,
the
you just
door
get it
and the
down.
camera becomes
So, like-
unavailable to
Which is
survive.
awesome.
They can't
Yeah.
teleport away. They can't
And the
teleport
fact
to
that it has
door,
like an
and they
AoE
can't see
effect
through
if
the
you
camera.
miss
That's
and you get
completely
KI on them,
Got it.
that's
when the killer retrieves it.
not the
that
worst
like a
thing
known
I've ever
bit
heard.
becomes
No,
Kind
a
it's
of.
not.
little way
Yeah.
of like, I need to scope this area out, but I don't want to be revealed or seen. You can disable
It's
the
almost
door,
more like Dr.
move
Shock.
around, use it to fake other
Kind of,
fake
yeah.
survivors.
Either
out.
way.
Got it. But it's not permanent. The door
blast,
can be used
whatever.
again after the axe has been retrieved. After
Unless it's in shutdown, which means the survivors can't use it anyway.
Right.
I'm more curious about
Cool.
the perks though.
Okay, so speaking about moving
Same.
around the map,
And
which
they
it
get
sounds like
fucking
we have a
flip.
new exciting way to do that. One of the coolest things about the chapter, in fact, is the map.
Yeah.
Freddy Fazbear's Pizza is now a new map, a new level within Dead by Daylight for DBD fans.
Just go ahead and tell
specifically
me it's in the Wither Dial.
realm.
You made it. Yeah,
So what can you
there
tell
it
us
is.
about the map?
Yeah, the art team,
So,
the design team.
By that
much like me,
logic,
they did a ton of
Dredge,
research.
Unknown, and
and
Springtrap are all
I
from
don't
the
say it's
from the
same
same realm?
part.
Screen here, but it's become
Lore-wise.
I love it so much.
They'll live
So
in the same town.
In the same way that we worked
technically,
hard at
Sable
kind of
could see
integrating a lot of
Springtrap and be like,
opportunities for jump scares
I know
into
you.
Killer gameplay.
I've seen you in my pizzeria
Their
before.
team really wanted
Right?
to make sure that they did the same when it comes
It's just
to
imagine
Easter
Arella.
eggs
I went
and
there
scares
all the
and
time as a
stuff.
kid
So it
until
really
they got
pays
shut
off if
down.
You're kind of an exploratory
Oh my
player
God.
a little bit.
Amazing. So, are there some areas that you want
They
to
can
shout
do
out
that.
Five Nights at Freddy's fans might recognize?
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot. You'll see a lot of small references and stuff, but obviously we've recreated a lot of kind of the iconic areas from the game. But we're also letting you exit.
You say from the game, but it
pizzeria
looks
to
more like
explore
the
game
movie
inside a little
location.
bit, which is really
It's
cool.
more like a movie location,
And
yeah.
we wanted to
There's
kind
like
of add a little
aspects
more
from the
space
games,
to
like the
allow for
fucking
dynamic pieces
arcade
and
and the ball
whatnot.
pit.
But
Like
for
that's
the
straight
rooms,
up
we've
into
got
the pit.
lobby, we've got the dining hall, of course, with the full animatronic band on stage. It's a very
They might have also gone off the
and
book
we have the
descriptions.
arcade, which is
They might, yeah.
it's all very kind of creepily decorated, like a birthday party.
Wrong place.
And we have areas like
the-
the kitchen.
these assets
and
look
even the mechanical
great.
room, which is cool. And
It's fucking.
You can
yeah,
see
there
the
you
little
go,
notes
yeah.
right there, too.
yeah, so altogether,
Like, they
this
look
should
so
kind of feel
good.
like I mean, I guess a formerly working
Yes.
pizzeria. And of course, since it's dead,
Formerly
like,
working.
these weird pustules and deformations are everywhere to remind you exactly of where
You're not wrong
where
there.
You still are and
You're
where
making a
stuck.
judgment call on those pustules there, Jay.
But if you're a Five Nights at Freddy's fan, I think you're really gonna love the map. They've done a lot of really cool work.
Yeah, it's super fun. And it looks really good, too. The art team did
Can we talk about the perks now?
But also with Springtrap wandering
Okay.
around, it's like a terror.
Go
and
fuck
I think
myself.
For Five Nights at Freddy's fans, like
I kind of wish they
You're
did
gonna be in
Fazbear's
familiar
Fright
territory.
instead, but like
so
I
one
understand
other
why
nice
they wanted
thing
to
that
do
we
this.
did mention on the PAX
Yeah, it's like a more, I
podcast,
guess,
but
like,
do wanna mention it
overly-
again. We have
Yeah.
a separate queue
Iconic.
for
Yeah.
this map specifically, which means you want to go to the game and you just want to check out the map. normally in the past you'd be in the general rotation of maps and all that.
Yeah,
now
and
you
there's
can
a
go
playlist
straight
just for
in
this.
just to the pizzeria,
Which
without
I do
having
like that
to
they're doing
hope
that.
you get there. So
Yeah, it's a
gonna
lot
be its
better. It's
own
like Rivals
queue
kinda,
when
a
you
little bit
join
more.
the game.
Yeah,
super
and
cute for a map.
that's a feature that's going forward with
Yeah.
any chapter with a new map. They'll have a unique queue for that new map, which is really cool.
Yeah, no more having to play the offering and hope you get it.
How about some last tips
Yeah.
for
You
can actually not
survivors
get it if
and
you
for
want to.
killer players?
Yeah.
So for the
Especially
killer,
since their fucking map
as
offerings this
Springtrap,
patch.
Get used to
Yeah,
the
yeah, literally. That's probably why.
style.
Probably,
as I
yeah.
said, it's super
But
unique.
now,
Compared to
was this map
other
going to have
Gen
its own
5
offering,
killers.
or is it just
We've
part of the
done
Withered
something
Isle
that really
offering?
allows you to kind of pull
Probably
out
just the Withered Isle,
really
right?
trick
I
shots.
guess, right?
We've seen some really interesting
Or
ones
just
on
pizza.
our internal
Just
play
slice
tests.
pizza.
It's super fun. So test that out, get used to it.
I think the offering
take
should be the
advantage of jump
newspaper,
scares.
not gonna lie.
Especially
Like
if
the
you're
help
playing with your
wanted
friends,
thing.
hearing them shout in your
That's-
ear
yeah,
is always
fair.
a great time.
If they
for
do one.
survivors, take advantage
I love people
of
always
the
say
cameras
that
outdoors.
this is pre-recorded. Like, it
may
is not
seem a little
pre-recorded.
It clearly is
unscripted,
not,
can be
as
interesting.
we
very
already
obvious.
saw.
But they're
Yeah.
really valuable tools if you get used to them and you use it to reveal the killer and kind of scoping out the area.
Like this man is saying these words at the same time I'm saying these words.
You'll get more of an advantage out of them than I think you realize at first.
Heck yeah.
But yeah,
Well, Jay, thank you so much
Hey,
as
didn't we
always
talk about
for
the
joining
perks?
us on the couch with your wonderful
Yeah, I know.
work and the
You
fun stuff
liars!
that
You
you've
said you were
planted
going
in
to talk
there.
about the perks.
Soon enough, people
I
will get to
forgot.
play around with it. I know you're going to be glued
Live
to your
moment.
Twitch screen so you can
Oh,
watch
yes.
people play it and test it out. Thank
Whatever.
you so much for
I
joining
guess
us.
we'll see
The
them
show
in,
must
like,
roll
half an
on.
hour.
So next, we're going to bring out our friend Justin Banks to fill you in on DBD's anniversary event that's right around the corner.
Okay, how bad is it going to be compared to last year? Ooh,
Ooh,
this artwork, holy shit.
that's nice.
Who's in the mirror, though?
That Nemi? No, that's not Nemi.
No, that's too small for Nami, bro.
Wraith?
Yeah, that's Wraith. Look at the axe on the table.
That's Wraith.
You know what? I didn't even think that he didn't have one. I never even thought about it, honestly. The fact that it's the final Masquerade, though, what are they doing next year?
I don't know. They did this for like how many years did they did this? Like 4?
It started
like
with
I've been
Dredge, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Dredge, Singularity, Vecna, and now Springtrap.
Yeah.
So 4 years. I kind of just thought they were gonna make it their thing, because like it makes sense.
I thought they were gonna do it too, especially because there's like a lot of characters that don't have their masks and whatever.
Yeah. Unless they're just gonna dump them all here.
They're probably gonna dump them all here. Yes,
Hey, you know what? Even if they don't, I don't care. Bill got one.
it's fine. I Bill got one. That's crazy.
Look, I didn't expect him to ever get anything ever again, and then he did. So
Fair enough.
I told you about
Okay,
that,
so
right?
One of
Yeah, you told me about
oh
that,
my
yeah.
god, my
Yeah,
throat.
I literally hit
died.
P100, and 2 days later they show that off.
One of the best things
They're like,
for Dead by Daylight that makes me really excited around this time of year is that there's always something to celebrate, and this year is no different.
I like
Because
the
not
pallet
only
table.
are we
That's really
welcoming
nice.
In Five Nights at Freddy's to the Fog, but also our anniversary event is right around the corner. So, what better way to party and welcome back the anniversary event and get ourselves nice and warm by the fire than with Justin Banks?
Thank you, Dork. I'm really happy to be back with all you guys out there. It's another Masquerade, another year where they dust me off, take me out of the locker, and get ready to talk to you guys about what is happening for this year's Masquerade.
Yeah, and I'm super excited to hear how we're going to be partying it up in this this year's anniversary event.
Yeah, so there's lots of stuff going on, and it's a special one because, as I think you saw by the title just before, after 4 years, this is going to be our final Masquerade. We have lots of laughs, lots of fun, and the response to all of the gameplay, the cosmetics, the aesthetics have all been incredible.
well, they're showing
since
that
we got
off
this party
early.
started. So our final Masquerade
I don't think
event
they
is
meant
actually
to.
going to start in about a month and run from June 25th to July 16th. While we're sad to see it go, I mean, it was a really, really fun theme that we worked
The
on.
Springtrap's going to be out for about a week before the
Our
event.
gas working on it
Yep.
every single year, but we're going to close out with
feel like that's
one
pretty
last
standard.
big hurrah before
It is
moving
pretty,
on to
excellent.
something completely brand new for our 10th anniversary next year. So I don't want to hype, I don't want to tease, but come back a year from now and we're going to have something really special. for
Come
you.
back
I'm
next
really
year when
excited
we're
to
all
see what
Wow.
we
fucked.
come up with. But
Fuck
also
you.
in terms
They
of
probably don't know what it
actual
is.
gameplay, when we're talking about the
Why even
return
mention
of
it?
Twisted Masquerade, is it true that the team decided to work on fine-tuning what we've currently got instead of adding new things to the whole shebang?
Yeah, exactly. So there's a few things that we're doing to really focus on the quality of life of the game overall. So you've seen, all of you guys out there, I don't even know which camera I'm looking at, that one. All of you guys out there, you've all seen how we are pushing for quality of life. We want to make sure that it's the game that, it's the game you guys deserve. You've stuck with us for such a long time. We're fixing long-standing bugs. We're adding features to just improve your overall experience. And we want that to translate to how we deal with
Fixing
events as well.
long-standing bugs,
So
whether
we
you're
made the
putting new
decision to
ones in the
focus a
game at
lot
the
of our
same time.
resources
Yep.
on that quality of life.
I mean, look at Nemi
and
right
less
now.
so on adding to new gameplay
have been-
features for this final Twisted Masquerade event.
Okay, so in terms of that, then, what can players expect?
I was like,
to
poor
see
Nemi has been
returning
like
to the fog with
a
this
bug with
Twisted
multiple
Masquerade?
things the last couple.
So returning.
It's been bugged
I
since his
can just
release,
Summarize by saying
if
all
we're
the really
being
cool
honest.
stuff that we've done before.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Again, it's fun to work on this stuff year after year. So what we have coming
I
back
mean, remember how
are
shit
the
his launch
invitation
was?
powers.
It was
That are super
Specifically
fun,
for
that you can collect as
consoles.
Survivor or Killer, and you'll have different powers
Oy.
to use their charges for as the match goes on. We are bringing back the Bag of Tricks that we introduced last year,
Great.
which creates a random
That was the
effect
best
on
part
match,
about it.
that happens based on the progression of completing generators, accumulated with whatever hook stages are at, to really keep things dynamic, keep it moving. We're also bringing back Father Campbell's chapel, decorated, for the entire party, and it's still all the same decorations as last year,
Yeah.
but we're saying the party's coming to an end over
dwindling
there.
down.
Yeah.
And there's no more
we
race
even
this year.
have a little bit of Five Nights
coming
at
back
Freddy's theming showing up in our anniversary lobby.
Springtop.
Okay. I love the fact that the
kidnapping.
lobby is going to be like a party in more ways than one. Plus all the returning content.
I don't know why
listen to
Rabbit
the
wants a
player.
horse.
I cannot wait to get my hands on
maybe
my
he's-
invitation just to cause ruckus.
Looks like a bodysuit over him.
So when
I'm
you're
pretty
talking
sure he
about
just
the
went
quality
to
of life,
fucking
though,
Assassin's Creed.
Are the players going to be able
That-
to
yeah, I'm
experience
getting to
that
Twitch for you,
in
that'd
the
be a much
gameplay
that.
with Twisted Masquerade this
He
year?
is. We've already seen it.
Absolutely.
It's
So
Spirit
when
and
you're
Oni
looking at
with
how
Maurice as a
quality of
ride.
life applies to let's say, the game as a whole.
He's gone. He was like, "Fuck this
Well,
game. I'm out."
There are some elements of events that could work better.
Fuck this
for a
realm.
better
I
player
won't be here no
experience.
more.
So, while by and large everything from the event was really well received, we know people enjoy the invitation powers, the Bag of Tricks, etc. There was one big friction point from last year that we wanted to fix, which was the remote hook power for
Yeah.
invitations. So we've tweaked that a little bit just to apply some quality of life to this event itself, to make sure that as a killer is using it, it's no longer instant. You can't just look at a hook and bam, the survivor goes there.
Okay.
Now what will happen is the survivor has to look at a hook, they'll hold a button for a period of time, and then the survivor will be teleported. And it will also be obvious that the killer is doing this so the survivors have time for their counterplay to make them drop their partner. So
Okay.
we're really hoping that creates
All right.
some more
That's fair. It's like
friendly
2v8.
gameplay.
It's
Some
not
less
literally the
abusive
click of a
elements, and just
button,
an
then all of a
overall
sudden
much
you're gone.
better party for
Yeah.
everyone to play through.
It's going to be great. I'm really excited.
Probably won't
for
be like
that,
2v8.
yeah.
I'm assuming there's
So,
going to be like a startup
in addition to
animation
that,
for it.
Last year,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
pulled back
Because
Just
some
2v8
of
is
the
just you
host
pick up, then you're
of the
immediately hooked.
anniversary that
Yeah.
we've shown around in quite a few assets. We showed off last year
Beastie
in
killers.
a lot of ways. Our darling Trix. So since this is the last masquerade, her presence is going to be a little less felt, so you won't hear her or see her as often.
Good.
And then she'll just be, with the masquerade, fading away into the fog, you could say.
Oh, that's really sad that we're going to see her fading away, but I understand. At least we get to enjoy her while we still have her.
Yep.
So, with this being the
I don't know
last
if
hurrah, what does
sad
this
is
mean
the
for
word I'd
Twisted
use for
Masquerade
losing
Yeah, I don't think
Trix.
it's-
and outfits?
So this is probably one of my favorite parts to talk about because when we see these concepts every year, it's amazing. These are so creative and fun to work on. So we wanted to use our final Twisted Masquerade as a way to catch up on all original characters who did not previously have a mask. or
Ah,
outfit.
ha, ha, ha. I
So
told you, they're
what
dumping
you would
them.
see here is that we are adding masks.
Here's
for
all of
any
them. Don't
survivors
complain about
or
it.
Originals
Ooh.
that did not previously have a
Ooh.
mask. So we've got one for Vittorio,
Houndmasters is crazy.
Sable,
It
Claudette,
is.
and Orella.
Well,
And then on the
feathers.
killer side,
Stories is kinda
we
cool,
only have
too.
one that's missing a mask, so we have a mask for Houndmaster.
Ooh.
And then
Hey, go back to the
what we have
weapons.
to supplement that to keep 6 collectible pieces per roll is 5 killer anniversary weapons that look amazing. So
These
for
are
that,
great.
We've got one for Trapper, Nurse, Huntress.
Look at that
Doctor,
axe.
and
Holy
Spirit.
shit.
I cannot wait to get my hands on that spirit one.
Yeah. Oh my god. They all look so.
Is
damn
David not getting
good.
one?
So good.
And we've not left out 2 other characters because those are going to get the
They're
fully
the-
playable outfits.
Yeah,
from the
they're
event. So we've got
these.
David King
Yep.
and the Wraith. So
That makes
fully
sense.
decked out, ready
Oh,
to
okay.
celebrate the party. So with that,
We getting
catching
another
up
licensed
on
guest?
all of our original characters, making sure that everyone is able to
Probably
dress
not.
for the party for our final masquerade.
I feel
I
like
think
last
is
year
really
with
cool.
Tap and Bill
It's-
getting one was just a
And
complete
one thing that we've
freak
started
thing.
to do over the past few years is
It
introduce
was.
what I'm
My
calling,
fucking friend
guests
messaged. He was
to-
like,
to
I'm on
the
a bus
party.
with the
So some licensed
with the
characters
David
who are getting
cosmetic.
outfits.
God damn it.
Now, I don't want to spoil anything, so stay tuned for Hollis's section after, as he shows you who is guest starring at the party.
Okay.
Never mind, we're gonna see that in the
hopefully they roll in
collections.
that
There
20
is going to be
side.
another license.
Oh, maybe a spoiler there.
He just said he didn't want to
Okay,
spoil it.
So I know a lot of people are going to be thinking about this, myself included. I'm very curious. So when it comes to the time-limited Twisted Masquerade collection and the items, what happens?
So, as we've done for events and event collections in the past, like this one, we have it only available during the period of the event, and then when the event happens again next year, all of the previous iterations come back in the store.
So are they gonna make it permanent?
Since this is the last masquerade,
Yeah.
what we're
Bye bye,
doing is
Rondo.
going to be a little different. We have to adapt because we don't want these to fade away forever. So we are tentatively planning for these to come back in the store permanently at a certain point in the
Yep.
future, but I can't give specifics exactly when that is going to be.
Okay.
So when this masquerade ends, everything will disappear. And when we know when they are coming back, we are certainly going to be communicating on it, so players can be aware and they know when they can come back.
Okay, so they're making
Get
it
any masks in
temporarily
there, so if they
limited, but
join
it'll
us
be back later
you know,
forever.
Come in and
Yeah,
pick
I
'em up
mean-
then.
That's gonna be awesome, especially because like this time of year anniversary is like a huge thing for our community. So this is a huge win, I know.
I almost wonder if we're
but
getting a
also,
Springtrap
are we doing
cosmetic for
something
this.
else to make this a little bit
I
more
would think
special?
so, but I don't know.
Absolutely. So
I mean, they
I was
definitely
talking
made
about
it
how we
sound
wanna
like
make
a
sure all of our
licensed
originals have
character because they
masks.
said
I mean,
yes.
Celebrate the
yeah, he's
party.
probably the last. I mean,
but we
what
want to
else
make
are
sure
they
that
gonna
all of
give?
our players have
Chucky?
access to all of these originals too to
Chucky.
celebrate with.
I mean,
So what
they
we're doing
seem
is
to be
we're
pretty
putting
close with that
all of our
license
original
holder.
characters on
They do.
free trial for the entire duration of the event.
Imagine
So
his little
if there's a
fucking, like,
survivor, a
Phantom
killer
of the
that has
Opera
not
look
ever played before,
recolored
and
for this
interested
theme.
about, pick them up, play them in the normal queue, play them in the event queue.
It's probably gonna be
really go
another
nuts.
Survivor if we're being
And
real, but
then
who knows?
If you actually want to keep
Yeah.
them, we're going to have some really sick
We did
sales
have
going
Pig
on,
last year,
so
though.
we'll get them at a
Oh, yeah,
really
we did
nice
have Pig
price
last year,
and
that's right.
keep
And
celebrating with
Ghostface
them.
before that,
That's
obviously,
awesome,
but
Justin. Thank you so much for
Ghostface
giving us the
made
full
more
rundown
sense.
on the
It did make
anniversary
more
event
sense, yeah.
and the Twisted Masquerade. It's so sad to hear that it's going to be going soon, but we're going to keep it together.
Well, I guess I
think
played
we're
We're
them.
going to go out with a bang.
I played them too much.
That, right?
Yeah.
Delayed
We have
it too
that.
much.
All right, so
I think
next
after
up,
this, we're
joining me on
going
the couch
straight
is going to be
into,
a new face to the stream. So please join me in the chat with a warm
New face.
welcome for Hollis, who's going to be giving us a full rundown on the latest collections that'll be.
yeah,
rolling
we're going
the
into
fall.
the collections. It's not Rose this time.
Yeah, I know what the hell happened to Rose.
Oh, she got killed.
Damn, that's wild.
Okay, it is
I didn't
upcoming
take long.
collections time.
No.
And you know I love talking about collections, and here with me to talk about them is a new phase, our senior live specialist, operations specialist, Hollis, to give us the full rundown on everything that's going to be coming to the Dead by Daylight in-game store in the next couple of months. So welcome to
Next
the
couple
team.
months.
So Hollis,
They
why
only
don't you
covered
go
like a
ahead and give us
couple
rundown
weeks
about your role real
before.
quick?
Yeah.
So my
And I swear to God, if they talk about the same thing they did at PAX.
The in-game store. So stuff you'd see like the
Go for ad revenue.
Oh, here's Lara.
outfits, the bundles,
No shit.
like gifts, sales, stuff like that. I've also worked on a few of the collections you guys may have seen in the store. So
They've
on
got to talk about the
fashion,
FNAF collection now,
Chrysalis,
right?
Noir,
They
horror,
sure
Like
do.
that's what I want to hear.
And on that
Yeah.
note, speaking of content creation,
There's supposed to be like 4 of them,
moving
I think.
Further in that direction, as I'll be the person heading up charms and player cards going forward.
Okay.
Oh.
Speaking of player cards, that was actually one thing we missed to talk about in our last segment. I was just sitting down with Justin.
Imagine content
where
creators
we're
could
gonna
get like
have
their
badges and
logos as a
banners
badge.
coming in as other things
Yeah.
in the event.
That'd be
I'm super
cool.
excited. But also, thank you for the Chrysalis collection. Oh my God, I'm a huge Chrysalis
So
fan.
that was you.
But with all that said, like I said, I just sat down with Justin and they gave us a full rundown about the Twisted Masquerade when it comes to in-game earnables. But what can you tell us about what's going to happen store side?
Okay,
Yeah,
so we're
just
seeing
mentioning we have some really
Masquerade stuff
cool
first.
Exclusive event
All right.
rewards. We also have some exclusive store rewards for Twisted Masquerade.
Okay.
This time around, we have some outfits for the Lich Vecna.
Ooh.
Who's wearing his Masquerade Lich outfit.
Oh, damn.
As well as Bear
All right, wait.
who is wearing his
fucking
Masquerade musician
burnt out
outfit.
over here.
Piano shape,
Bear
mustache
Mar
like
gets it
that.
instead of H3. That's
It's
interesting.
magnificent.
Oh, it's beautiful. Plus, as always, all the masks and outfits from previous years will also be returning to the store. You'll even be able to find a few.
Yeah,
select
D&D
masks
makes
and
sense, too,
bundles
for this.
And Survivor.
Yep.
And for anyone who may have missed Twisted Masquerade last year, we'll also have a bundle with rewards from that. So the Unknown outfit, the player cards, and the charms. And all that will be available in the store on June 25th with the start of the event.
Cool.
Okay, so is there going to be any like fantastic sales happening as well?
There might be. So we're doing 30% off almost everything in the store for outfits
geez.
released
Am I gonna get
before
any
the Finance of Freddy's
discounts?
chapter.
Okay.
On top of
Yeah,
that, we're
discount code.
doing 25 to 50% off almost all the characters. And as Justin mentioned, if you find a character you like during the free trials, it's a great time to pick them up and add them to your roster.
Okay. All right. So, and as obviously, we kind of touched on it. Brace yourself. This is a bit emotional. But after this, the party will be over. It'll be our. I
miss
know,
it so
I know, I
much.
know, I know, I know. Let's keep it together.
Tricks, don't leave me.
Let's keep it together.
Tricks, leave me.
But we're gonna be okay because before we close the curtain, we've got other things happening right before, right?
That's correct. On June 17th, we have our highly anticipated Five Nights at Freddy's
Yep.
chapter releasing, and along with it, the Five Nights at Freddy's collection.
Yep.
Now, as you know, Dave and Matt already revealed one of the outfits at PAX,
we go.
but we got a few more to show off today that no one's seen quite yet.
Okay.
But in case you did miss PAX, first of all,
I didn't.
what are you doing?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Second of all, you would have saw that we revealed our yellow rabbit.
I highly doubt any
I didn't have the money to go to
cosmetic
PAX.
is going to drop
Incredible outfit from the Five Nights
that
at Freddy's movie
surpasses
that
this
features
one for me,
likeness
but
of
we'll
Matthew
see.
Yeah, no,
Wade,
I don't
who
think
played
so. We'll see.
Boyd Madden on screen
Bear Mar's back.
before the spring launch accident that really
Oop,
turned
yeah,
into
that
Spring
model
Launch.
is really good.
Now, this outfit has original
fucking
voiceover
amazing.
from Matthew Lillard that was recorded just for Dead by Daylight, as well
love
as
it.
some special voiceover.
Also,
and
Springtrap
animations
is going to
from the
have
movie.
voice lines aside
Okay, I
from
cannot wait to get my hands.
Yeah, it's the
on
original
Lillard,
personal voice.
so
I
that's
think.
going to be
other
interesting.
versions of Springtrap coming into the fog as well.
There is. We also have a Glitch Trap, a legendary outfit for Springtrap.
Ooh.
Now, Glitch Trap first appeared in Five
Okay.
Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted.
Not the
in
one I
sequel,
thought
Help
it was gonna
2,
be,
where he played
but
a
I'll
very
take it.
crucial role in the story. So it's amazing to have him as part of this collection. And as an added bonus, for both legendary outfits, when you unlock them, you'll receive a portrait
Both.
badge of those characters as well. So a Glitch Trap
So,
portrait badge for
Glitch Trap's a
Trap,
legendary.
and a yellow rabbit portrait with Matthew Lillard's likeness when you buy that as well.
Oh,
We also have
Cool.
two
Oh,
very rare outfits for Springtrap, which are both taken from Five Nights at Freddy's Special Delivery, the mobile AR game.
special delivery. Wow, we're actually getting AR skins?
And
We actually got Clown Trap. Holy shit.
Now, Clown's
That one is cool.
Not straight from the game, looking just
Oh,
like
that's a
fans
cool
will
one.
remember him.
The
We put our
purple
own
one, too.
twist on Toxic Springtrap to really make them our own.
I'm kind of surprised
But
we're
that's
getting
all.
AR
For the survivors
skins.
out there who want to show their love for FNAF,
I guess they went with
there will
that.
be Freddy Fazbear's t-shirts available for all original
Nice.
survivors. You can buy them individually
Nice.
or bundled
Ooh.
together at a discount.
That's gonna be great. I mean, I love like the shirts especially because it. gives
I'm
them
kinda
different
surprised we didn't get,
casual
like,
look.
security
And I think
breach
because of
Springtrap.
That it's why I love
Yeah, or like
Burn
any
Trap.
other. Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
Casual is a great way to describe it because this outfit, this collection is simply called the Casual Collection. And as the name implies, it focuses on streetwear and casual clothing, letting us add more variety to characters who've kind of been stuck with one look in the past. So, for example, a guy like Gabriel, who's often portrayed in space-themed outfits,
Ooh.
we finally gave him something more casual to show a different side of his character.
All right.
Looks so good.
He's a handsome man, isn't he?
Handsome man.
Handsome. On top of Gabriel, we also have outfits.
No, I know
for
my friend is
Tori,
gonna get
who will
that.
be taking a break from her cult robes.
That's Tori? Holy
So
shit.
good.
One I
What
know
in the
you're
hell?
very excited about, which is Talida, who is getting some pants and escaping her shorts and skirt purgatory that she was in for a bit there.
Toledo mentioned. Yes, pants.
Thank you, Eric.
I wasn't complaining about the shorts on Talita, but you know.
Hey.
Spam pants
Someone in the
and
back.
I
Goddamn.
don't know if those exist. And finally, we have outfit for Hattie as well. And this collection
Wow.
will be hitting the store
This is
on
like all
July
the characters
2nd,
that
right
didn't
at
get
the
shit.
Center.
I cannot wait. Obviously, I'm very excited for pants.
Pants.
But with that,
Fucking
I mean, especially
Talita,
because,
Gabriel,
like,
and
with the
Hattie all getting
pants, I
something
get
in the
to be
collection.
nice and
That's
comfortable while I'm
insane.
hanging on the hook. I mean, I'm gonna be there anyway, so I might as well be comfortable, right?
That's awkward if you were on the hook with no pants.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad, Hollis. But we also want the killers to be nice and comfortable as well while they're
Wait,
slaying
casual
and
killers?
putting people on hooks, which
Yeah, what
reminds
the
me why we're bringing up the Boulay Brothers collection, which will be
Oh.
joining the fog
Ball
on
Bonnет.
July 8th.
Yeah.
Coming in with a very rare for the Huntress and a legendary for
last
the
year?
artist.
That's right.
We have
since the
seen
artist
these
outfit
already.
is legendary,
Yeah, we have seen these at
inspired
PAX,
by the
yeah.
Boulay Brothers themselves.
Those are cool.
Buying that one will get you an exclusive Boulay Brothers themed portrait badge.
Cool.
Yes,
styles, though.
Oh, I'm so excited. So excited
Whoa.
to get my hands on that.
Hey, you skipped ahead.
No, sneak preview.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is the best segue because we're going to be talking about a fan favorite returning.
Yes, that is right. The Waterfront Massacre Collection is
Ah.
back. And for anyone out there who doesn't know
Yes,
what the Waterfront
of
Massacre Collection
course.
is,
The
it's
fan
basically
service
Day at the
collection.
Beach gone terribly, horribly wrong for our characters. This time around, we have outfits for Elodie, Aurella, Ace, and the Xenomorph. So Elodie and Aurella are both
Damn,
gonna
Aurella.
be some sun and
I hate
night
you,
to
Ace.
enjoy.
Hey, look at
And
I heard
then
Xenomorph.
there
Am I
Ace, who
crazy?
is,
Did I hear
doing
that
the same,
correctly?
But in more
thought I did. Did I-
classic
did I not?
Ace fashion.
They gonna show that one or
Something
no?
Special.
It's very special.
She's rocking a leopard
Am I
print
gonna go
Speedo
fuck
and,
myself?
what seems to be a very short robe. And don't worry, to all the people out there, I can hear you typing in chat. I can confirm this
I'm literally buying that
outfit
cosmetic
is
just to
mix
piss my
and
friend when I
match.
play
So you
customs.
go ahead and make this
The
Speedo
Ace
as a
one.
part of whatever outfit you like. If you want to put it with the top hat from the Alice in Wonderland collection, you can. We're not going to stop you. That's called fashion.
Are you sure about
Yes,
that?
we work closely with 20th Century Games on our
do
take
that.
of an aquatic xenomorph. It's
Whoa.
an anglerfish look, and we're really happy with how it turned out. It's
Woo.
very creepy,
the
very cool, and honestly, would not want to run with that while swimming.
This is like something they'd
Yeah,
give
absolutely
Dredge.
not.
And you can expect the
Yeah.
Massacre Collection as well as
That's
Speedo
kinda
to
fucking
be available
cool.
in the store on July 16th.
I already know a very distinct group of people that were
And that's
playing
coming when
nothing but
Springtrap
Ace
drops.
Visconti during 2v8, and they're going to be wearing the hell out of that
Yeah,
Speedo.
so these collections we have.
God,
pants
we're gonna
day
see
and
so
no
many
pants
aces
day.
with that fucking outfit in
Oh my
2v8.
gosh, choose your sides.
Yes, we
But
will.
Thank you so much
Next time
for
that comes
joining me
back
on the
anyway.
couch to talk about all the latest.
Is it like
collections that are
August,
coming into the
September, or
fog.
something like that?
I think they said
I'm
August.
super excited, and
Yeah, I
it
thought it was,
great
yeah.
to have you, Hollis.
Oh, thank you for having me. This was so much fun.
It was so much fun.
I was kinda
So
hoping for a little
next,
more.
I'm going to be on the couch here with Eric
right.
for all of our Dead by Daylight creators out there to talk about the creator program. So stay tuned.
All right.
It's gonna be 10,000 subs and
You have to be verified on YouTube and Twitch.
yep, an average of 200 viewers.
And you also have to get a million views per TikTok video.
Yep. God damn it.
I'm joking, but at the same time, I'm not.
I'm joking. Yeah, I'm going to be surprised.
I'm joking, but at the same time, I'm depressed.
Yes. And I feel like you should be able to, even if you have like 1,000 subs or something.
I mean, fucking
Like, maybe
Dweet
like
has... Fucking
Yeah.
Dweet literally is a fucking Twitter person. They don't do anything else, but they have a fucking Fortnite creator code. Like,
Yep.
what?
Like, huh? Huh?
I'm not... That's no hate towards them, but at the same
No,
time...
yeah, it's just, yeah.
Like... Come
Like
on,
what?
man. Come on. Make it somewhat, like, feasible.
Reasonable, yeah,
back.
feasible.
How
Can
about
say I-
them pants?
You're back, yes.
If there was no sound
Oh,
effect,
fuck
that would
off.
be so funny.
Yeah.
They-
New stream capabilities, the technology is amazing. Just a quick note, I did see people, they thirsting for whatever the Hattie cosmetic is.
Yeah.
We just didn't have an image for it, I'm sorry. So
You
please
rats.
stay tuned a little longer. It's great. All right, now we're going to talk about the
Damn.
creator program. So, at PAX a few weeks ago,
They really
as I
said that's our
a couple times,
last
we did a big
minute
stream there. We
edition
did
and we don't
mention
have
there's a
anything
new
ready.
creator program on the
Yep.
horizon with more details on
We
the
did
next
it just to
stream,
shut y'all up.
this stream.
Each other
So let's do that. It's today, so we've got more details to share. So The current creator program, as you probably know, is called the Fog Whisperers.
And it's
They're
dog
an
shit.
amazing group of people that I've gotten to meet a bunch of now. Very thankful for that. They're awesome.
very listen to.
They're content creators on all things Dead by Daylight, and it's while
I mean,
many
they
of
have
those
a
relationships are gonna
different
continue
system.
For sure. It's also
Yeah, I
time
know.
we're going to open the door to new folks. This is
Yeah.
something we've heard a lot of. How can I get into the program? So that's what we're going to start doing. So for starters, we're actually going to retire the name Fog Whisperers. So that crew remains
Probably for the best.
in the stratosphere as the Fog Whisperer Pantheon. And we're rebranding it as the Dead by Daylight Creator Program. Yes.
Yes, but
That's
don't
a lot
worry,
more
for
generic.
anyone wondering,
Yeah.
most Fog Whisperers
Creator
are still
program.
staying on with us as
We had a
pillars of
themed
our new
thing, but
creator
now it's
group,
just
so
this.
Do not worry about that. And on top of the new name, actually, the goal of our creator program is to make partnering with Dead by Daylight even easier and better for the creators involved. We're expanding the benefits attached to working with us, and we'll be welcoming an even wider range of personalities and content focused on the game. So if you're a creator and you've
That's
always
us.
wanted to work with Dead by Daylight,
That's us.
now is the time to make that happen.
Yes.
Yeah, let's make it happen, Dork.
Some benefits that we're being explicit
Okay.
about that Dork
What's the
mentioned
requirements?
include opportunities like access to live events, like PAX we were just at, giveaways for your communities, and new ways to
okay,
engage
awesome.
with the game, like getting regular updates on major releases before anyone else gets those updates. Early access opportunities to stream and capture content,
Bet.
and even be featured in our content, like on streams like today. So we're going to be testing out something other than that, which is really cool.
what
'cause I
are
get
the
to work directly
requirements?
on it called
Exactly.
Support a Creator program. It's a program within a program, I suppose. But your Support a Creator has become kind of a industry standard thing you might be familiar with. It's a chance for you as the community of a streamer or YouTuber or whatever to support your favorite creator with your purchases in the game. You don't need to pay any extra, but you put in their creator code, and they get a cut of the Oryx.
Hey, I'm
cells
just gonna
that
say
you're
right
buying
now,
in
mine's
Dead by
really
Daylight. So
simple.
we're gonna
It's
do a
just
little
3
pilot with
letters.
that,
Can I
see
have-
how it goes? If it goes well, we do hope to roll it out wider and larger. Oh yes, it wouldn't be a creator subject without Twitch shirts.
We got to talk about Twitch shirts.
It wouldn't be a creator
Twitch
subject
shirts.
if you didn't tell me
I
what
wake
the
up
fuck
in the
we
middle
need
of
to
the
get
night
in.
thinking of Twitch shirts.
Hot sweats.
Hot sweats. Well, that's just me anyway.
Hot
so
sweats.
Twitch shirts. Twitch shirts has become a big thing, as you know.
Yeah.
It was never meant to become a big thing.
Well, it
but
did.
Also wasn't well defined. How do I get them? Why does that person get them? I don't get them. And I think those are totally fair questions. And
Hit
actually we
10,000
wanted to
followers,
tie
you
it
fucks.
To the launch of this new creator program, so it was very clear. Here's the guidelines to get into the creator program.
Okay.
You get into the creator program, you get a Twitch shirt. So that's the new way of
Oh,
getting
I thought he was
Twitch
gonna give us the
shirts.
guidelines.
old
Bro,
throwing them out randomly method has been retired for now, at least. So if you get into the new creator program, you will be rewarded with a lot of things, but also a Twitch shirt. So I think there's a note on that. So we're going to be granting the upcoming Twitch shirts for our next original Survivor to the creator program folks, and anyone who already has Twitch shirts. You get to hold on to the ones you have, but we won't continue to build your Twitch shirt collection. You got to get into the creator program.
Yes, so if you're interested in adding your voice to our community of creators, our new Dead by Daylight Creator Program website is now live, where you can go ahead and read the code of conduct and find out how you can go ahead and fill the form to apply to get yourself.
So you're not gonna
into
tell
the
us, you have to
program.
make- you're gonna make
So
us
the link
read.
Should already be pinned. in
make
the
us
chat.
read and give you out of it.
And
Let's
our
go.
creator team, which is kind of a sister team to our team. It's not
All
us.
right.
They're going to
Let me
be
go
at
ahead and
TwitchCon
click on that.
PE,
Yeah. I'll come back to it in a minute, though.
just from May 31st to June 1st in Rotterdam. So you can go chat with them in person and get more details. Make sure that they become aware of you.
10,000 followers and at
What does
least
that
one
mean?
plaque.
God damn it.
Thank you. English. I've just learned English.
I was kidding,
But also a
go
really
figure.
cool thing
Oh.
we're doing at that TwitchCon
Well,
is sponsoring
I'm 20% of the way there.
Games community
Yep.
meetup. We attended it last year.
21% actually, because I think I'm sitting at exactly 2,100.
Yep.
Creators.
Can I check
But
that like right
it's
now, actually?
Sponsored by Dead by Daylight, which is kind of fitting. So
Yeah,
you can go
2100
and enjoy
exact.
That and meet some of the team there. Okay, enough about creators. Let's answer some questions.
Enough about
from the
those
community.
fucks.
Let's do a Q&A. Nope, sorry. One more thing we're going to do. we're going to talk about the stats tracker I mentioned at the top of the show.
Yeah.
Yes, the stats.
That thing.
Right?
It's a live stream, folks. It's a live stream.
Going insane.
In a couple of weeks, we're going to be debuting a new feature that you guys have been asking
That's a
for
soundbite.
long
I'm going
time,
insane.
the official Dead by
I'm going
Daylight
insane.
stats tracker.
Bro could use that as a
for
sub alert
anyone
on his
who
own
knows
stream.
The game, a lot can happen over the course of a trial. You can boon a totem, get hooked. You could get a pallet stun, get hooked. You know, there plenty of things happen.
Including getting hooked?
And so, yeah, especially.
You could die.
So players have
could
always
die.
wanted to know more information about their matches, and this website is going to be the key to getting you that information.
And what I should have done at the start of this, Emil, get ready. I should have said stats tracker and then air horn. So I'm going to try it. Stats tracker! Yep. Yes.
I love Eric.
21st century. Stats
They're
are
both
being
just-
tracked as far back as September
These-
1st,
these two are like the
2020. That's just a
faces of this
limitation
community
on
for
the
me.
data that we have.
Yeah.
So we're
Which
going
I
back
think
to
is the point, but-
September 1st, 2020. So you'll be able to see your own personal journey in Dead by Daylight. A random person just walked in the room, and all your milestones over that time.
I don't know who that is. They don't work
team
with
has
us. Someone
been,
call the police.
The team has been looking at it, actually approaching it like a fitness app, which I think is a cool approach for killers and survivors, which I think would keep you fit, actually, if you're one of those things.
Well, I mean, survivors run all the time.
Yes, yes. So it should be a fun way to track your personal progress.
Yeah. The Stats Tracker website is going to launch on June 17th, and you'll be able to access it either on desktop or mobile. So it's super simple to use, and all you'll need is a behavior
cool.
account with at least one platform you play Dead by Daylight linked with it. You can also link.
Is this why they shut down the actual third-party trackers?
All your stats from
Probably.
wherever you play the game.
We're gonna do
There's
it.
the
Fuck you.
general statistics page.
Fuck you.
at
We're
the
gonna
start,
get the fucking
where
shit.
You can see your global stats like hours
Ooh.
played.
It's per
specific
killer as well,
matches,
but you can also
other
see
than
global.
that, specific play time
nice.
and matches, total matches, and more.
Oh, you can even see your,
You
like,
can also
wow.
switch
Oh, shit.
between the main
Icon.
stats for
This is
killer
sick,
and
actually.
survivor.
Yes, select one, and you'll be
I
able
wonder
to
how
see
much of it's
things
going to be
like
Bill for me.
who your most played characters are, who your top characters are for each role.
Each.
You can dive in each character and dig into details
Listen here,
like
you little shit.
emblems, average
Your
blood
first
point
time
earned,
chat in my
more
stream
than
is
that.
ew.
Yeah, so we'll
Ew.
also be showing you
Alright.
super
What the
useful
fuck?
details, like what your top perks were, both in terms
How
of
you
your pick
doing?
rate, your kill or escape rate. You can also see which perks really drive the most success for you and the way you play the game.
Well, now I can
Yep,
see
and a few
how many
more
times
things
I've
you
not
might be
escaped.
wondering about, the site will be super
You're right.
So meaning your match history will update
You
almost
studying?
immediately
Yeah,
after a match is finished in the game.
More like
So
molding.
stats also refresh every
That's fair.
24 hours, meaning where to go. Yeah. If you link a new platform, which some people may be doing, it could take up to 24 hours before you start seeing those
fuck was
platform
that?
stats in the tool. And finally,
don't know. What do you mean you don't know? You made the sound.
First iteration, as with most of the
Oh,
things
no,
we
because-
put out, first iteration.
Because
was
Eric was
built
like
on
looking
it.
at his, he was like, what
it's
is
gonna
that
focus on
again? He was like,
1v4
looking
Oh,
at
matches.
I didn't hear that because I was
Events
talking to
like
chat.
Blood Moon, Anniversary, Halloween, and the Winter event. And as of now, custom matches won't be counted in your stats, but we're going to be looking at adding limited time events like Lights Out, Chaos Shuffle, and even 2v8 in the future down the
Can
road.
2v8
I
not
can't
be
wait for
limited anymore,
Chaos
though? That'd be
Shuffle to tell me
great.
How many times I
Just
got
put it into
reminded.
customs, bro.
I
Like,
would love that. And like with everything we do here at Dead by Daylight, the stats tracker.
Well, I
is
mean, they
something
did say-
we're-
hey,
as
you found my
Eric said,
email.
we're
Good
gonna
job.
be building on. So there's already a ton.
They
in
did
there
say
we wanna
that
make
you're gonna
sure
be
that
able
is
to, like,
available
do
for players.
limited modes
But
in
if
customs,
there's
so like
anything you
custom
wanna see
2v8
added,
will be a
feel free to
thing.
let us know on socials.
And I'm
We can
hoping
let
that
you
comes
know
sooner than
and see
later
about
because that
updating
sounds
it in the
awesome.
future.
Because
So
that,
keep an
that
eye
would
out for more
literally
info. We're
mean
very close to that release.
if we
date.
have
get
like
10
a big,
people.
Alongside this
well,
chapter,
that too, but we could also do open
scheduled
lobbies
for
with us as
June
killers.
17th of this
yes,
year,
that
by the
too.
way, so
Fair.
So only
Okay
a
with the
couple of weeks
community?
away.
Yeah.
And as I tried to transition to before, why don't we do a Q&A?
So Q&A.
Why don't we do
Yeah,
a
let's
Q&A
get
with
to
the
it. I don't know
minute
if
that we
have
have left
card
before the
thing.
PTB?
We got
They never
2
show
minutes.
gameplay.
They
Okay.
didn't, you're
We're
right.
close to PTB time, so we're going to zoom.
Playing as Springtrap,
okay.
and then they don't show
We
gameplay.
have 2 live streams in 1 month. 5 Nights at Freddy's anniversary. We know you've got. Oh Jesus, that's sorry. I'm reading what was written for me. Okay, here's the actual question. There have been complaints about cheats and hackers in the game. At the
love-
moment, is there something you can say about how you're
Dork.
addressing this?
The war against cheaters and hackers is a long-standing one, and that's for sure. And while it will always be there, there are definitely steps that we are taking to resolve this as much as possible. So during the upcoming months,
You say it'll
we
always
expect
be
to
there, but,
receive
like, it
clear game
shouldn't
rules,
be.
a code of conduct, and regular updates on our war against cheaters, as well as strengthening our anti-cheat protocols. That's not all that we're doing, of course, but there will also be other things that we can
Hatred
discuss.
didn't
Yeah,
answer my
cheaters.
question. How the fuck are you?
More and closer to that, we'll be giving
what?
more information.
Not you.
On,
No.
and we don't want to be giving cheaters and hackers, roundabouts.
Fucking
for
the
our
peach over
protocols.
there.
Yeah, we can't give them that peek behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Cheaters are losers. Yesterday,
True.
the developer update went live explaining the Go Next
Base,
prevention. How
even.
does this affect survivor perks that allow you to get
I'm
off
gonna
the
go
hook?
back,
And how will the feature prevent
record
survivors
that
leaving
sound
the
bit
game
alone
early?
and put it on my soundboard.
So Go Next,
But,
otherwise known as giving up on the hook early in the match. Firstly, it ruins the match for everyone involved on the survivor team and the killers. 'cause sometimes
Yeah,
they have
Devin,
things
you're
that
right.
they've gotta do
Base.
too.
You showed up
So
literally at the end.
frustration around this has been very high as of late.
Just like they showed any
There's
gameplay or
tests
anything.
happening in the
Yeah,
PTB.
you didn't really miss
The
much, if
chance
I'm honest.
to get off the hook early and the match will be removed.
But still
Unless
based.
you have perks or offerings.
I've
that
been
affect
in and
this.
out. Fair enough.
Deliverance and Wicked will stay the same.
No, I don't
and their
know.
Activation conditions have not changed.
I don't
for
care.
Example.
Okay, yeah, true.
Playing for the hatch.
Fair.
So when two
Fair.
survivors are left and the survivor that is hooked will try to allow themselves to die faster so that the other person can get the hatch.
PTB out so I can download it,
that
or
is still going to happen in the game as well.
All right. With the bulk spending option, so another awesome quality of life feature coming with this release, will we be allowed to choose what items that we can spend our BP on?
No.
So in this iteration, you can actually choose how many levels you'll want to spend your blood points on. So you can't currently choose that very specifically.
I'm gonna be real. I
And
don't
it's
care.
gonna be
Just
done
let me power
automatically,
level like
and you will
4
just
Just,
pop up
procedures.
that
that's
shows,
literally
what
that's
was
all. Just
purchased after it's
P3 throughout the
completed,
killers.
and it's
That's
gonna
all
It
I
would
care, dude.
be
So
it
we will
would be
monitor the
cool
feedback on this
if we could
and
pick
would be
items
nice.
and
see how
shit, but I
performed,
don't
and then we'll
care.
make
Let
some
me
changes
just
moving forward.
dump.
Yeah,
Oh,
like-
this one's for me. What is Eric's favorite animatronic?
I'm downloading PTB right now.
So people who follow me.
Uh,
might
Also, I hate
remember
that I was
put up
right.
a
We didn't
picture
get
that my
any
son
of the
drew
other
that I
animatronics
thought
for like other
was
killers.
Shrek.
We
And then I
didn't.
posted it, and people were like, "That's Springtrap,
Wait,
idiot!"
what?
And then everyone speculated Springtrap was coming to the game, which at the time I had zero knowledge of. But because of that, Springtrap for sure is my favorite animatronic.
Sure.
Because I lived through some stuff with that.
It's an
you have a
8.4
favorite?
gigabyte
Yeah, I
PTB,
think
by the
for
way.
me it would
Okay.
have to be Freddy Fazbear.
I'm going to start it now
The classic.
because we have some things to do
Okay,
before later
are you
tonight.
going to continue with the
Yep.
quality of life?
I have to
an hour and a half,
research
so-
In
Steam.
particular,
Bet.
the anti-slugging
Nice.
fix.
We are definitely continuing.
You have like an hour and a half,
with
is that what you
quality of
said?
life features that we
Yeah, this
advertised
morning,
earlier
yeah.
this
So I
year.
have,
So
it's like,
don't
I
worry
mean,
about
it's
that.
That's
a
enough
good
time to
enough
do
With
what we
this
need to
PTB,
do.
we'll be focusing on the Go Next feature, bulk blood point spending, and extreme hiding. Then in the upcoming releases, we'll be focusing on phase 2 of the
Extreme
plan.
hiding is-
So more information
Yeah.
will be available
Yeah,
as we
I
head closer
have been
to
in
that
matches for
phase.
like
But rest
10 minutes. Just
assured,
motherfuckers
it's still
hiding
a very
somewhere.
large focus for us. This is very important, and we want to be very careful with making sure we're addressing issues in the correct way the first time.
Final question, where is Maurice? If you're new to the game, Maurice is our beloved horse who happens to have 3 eyes and drips blood.
Yeah.
He's been missing from the game for a
It
few
is
weeks.
Tuesday.
And,
It is Tuesday. You're right.
I think
Tuesday.
now is the time to let people know.
I made this exact joke
Yeah,
with
let me
Nashi
know.
last
He
night.
took a vacation to Japan.
Because
Without me?
Without you, without me, pretty selfish.
Yeah.
If you want a glimpse into his adventure in Japan, you got to play that new Assassin's Creed game.
Oh.
Yeah.
so that is why Maurice is gone. I was joking about that earlier.
Go find out for yourself. Maurice will return soon.
Maurice said, "Fuck this! I'm going to Assassin's
Please,
Creed."
Come back.
So
Yeah,
like,
Devin.
"Fuck this shit."
Assassin's Creed
listened to us
Shadows.
yammer long enough.
Assassin's Creed
I-
Shadows had a
at the time, I
crossover.
believe we're already
Maurice
past
is a
5, so
Mount
PTB
and
should
Spirit
already be
Anoni
rolling
are
out.
playable.
Thank you for joining us for our 5 Nights at Freddy's official stream, and we hope you're as excited about the chapter as we are.
Yes, and from all of the requests, we know you probably are. So thank you so much for sitting here with us. And now it's time for you to go and play the live PTB.
Yeah,
and
sure, that
test
makes perfect
drive
sense. I mean, it's a
Springtrap.
Japanese
So
game. They're the Japanese
Tons more of
killers.
amazing
They said,
content
fuck it, why not?
coming your way this year, and the anniversary is also just around the corner. So stay tuned for good stuff to come. And creators, we hope to hear from you soon.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
so
hope to hit
thank you
10K
everyone
so I
for
can actually
keeping
apply.
up.
10K by next year.
Messages on Twitter. This is a live stream.
How did they get out? They
like-
felt like it.
But we will
Duh.
be rolling out into the fog now. So you stay safe out there. Good luck in hiding and hunting.
And let's get one more air horn right now.
Thank you for no gameplay. I appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody.
Damn, I
Have
guess we'll have to
fun.
get our own.
Bye.
For real.
Too bad, chat. You're not getting that right
my
now.
God.
Tune into the video tomorrow, headasses.
Yep. 9 a.m. Pacific. Whatever
Oh.
that is for you. Oh, bye.
Hey, we could be on the screen one day.
One day we'll be there.
Maybe.
Hey, I got one of the Twitch drops.
They did?
Yeah,
Did I?
you probably did.
I did. Cool. They pinned fucking Otts, by the way.
They what?
They pinned Otts' link in the chat.
Of course they did.
I wonder if they haven't buy it.
Oh my god.
Reverse Michael Myers having that stupid no sense making.
Close to that. So my shit ass internet can actually download the PTB.
Alright, bye chat.